It is about that time, humans of the cardboard. Let's do a quick little ban list run through. Long story short, we are just around the corner from hitting about 3 months since our last ban list. I know Konami left this saying, you know, our next list will be in the next few months, so we may not even get it for another month or two. Who knows what they're thinking, but usually they do it every 3 to 3.5 months. So I'm thinking this is a pretty good time. And people have already been speculating that since we have a YCS next weekend, and then we have a month period before the next YCS, that feels like a pretty good 4-week period for them to release a new ban list just in time for people to be able to have a couple weeks to test the new list prior to the next YCS. Everybody's just speculating though. We've seen Konami make a ban list like 5 days before a YCS, and everybody has to scramble to fix their deck list and get everything right and solve the format. And so that could easily happen as well. So you never know. But let's jump into this thing. I'm trying to do this quick. It's a ban list video. You guys know how this goes. Starting off with the bans. Artifact Scythe. I don't need to go over this. Like, fuck this card. This is a game revolving around decks using the extra deck, and this card just locks it, and it's so accessible. If they ban Dagda, that's okay. Although I'd kind of just rather see Scythe go. That's where I'm at now. Next up, we have VERTE. It's no secret that VERTE needs to go. I am sort of reserved on this, though, because we did just get this Albaz structure deck, like, a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, and now we're sitting here with VERTE, and I'm like, dang, that is another fusion engine that just got released that some decks want to make using VERTE. Like Tri-Brigade, Tri-Brigade branded. They use VERTE in their lines, so stuff like that definitely gets hit, so I am, like, partially reserved on that. If they don't hit VERTE, they'll probably hit like Fusion Destiny to 1 or something. I don't see them banning it, but they'll probably put it to 1, which doesn't really do anything, but whatever. It's something, I guess. They're not hard drawing it as often. Wandering Griffin Rider. I really want this to go to 1. Do I really think this will happen? Probably not. We're only 3.5 months away from this like coming out originally, but I hate that this engine gets you to an Omni Negate. If this engine just got you bodied on the field and the potential bounce with the equip spell and stuff, and follow up by, if this card doesn't exist, you just search another Water Enchantress, summon it as an extender, and then it goes to grave, and next turn you get another free search for a right. I think that'd be totally cool. It's just the Omni Negate for me. It's stuff like making Prank Kids so much more resilient than they should be. Making base decks so much more resilient than they should be just because of this Omni Negate before you have to commit anything to the field. Sucks. I hate it. So I hope that goes. If it doesn't, though, for that reason, that it's like still just too new, Prank Kids Meow Meow Mew is another option. I think Prank Kids needs a hit if they're not going to hit the Brave engine. Meow Meow kills the deck, though. That's the problem. I do think there's maybe you could go for Dodo or ban Pranks or something. I don't know. But, like, man, if you ban Meow Meow, the deck just dies. The deck just cannot play because you'd have to open, like, the Brave engine plus 2 Prank Kids and a Fusion. So you're relying on like 4 card hands to like beat Interruption, which is just garbage. So awful. So we'll see. But yeah, Prank Kids definitely need to be checked. Auroradon's the last one here. I think Hulk is like okay. The problem is when we just pair Hulk with stuff like this, like we just release these in the same set, which is fucking stupid. But long story short, we've seen mass token generating cards have to go. This card has to go. It summons 3 tokens. It gets you 2 to 3 synchro boss monsters just for making Hulk. That's too much. Card's crazy. I think it needs to go. Next up here, we get to the limits. Mystic Mine. I'd love to see this go. I know this card's not super popular right now, but I just hate this card. Everybody hates this card. Even the people who play this card, for the most part, just like say it all the time. They're like, I fucking hate this card, but I have to play it because it's too good. When I drop it, I just win duels. So fuck this card. Play it to 1. People can still search it off terraforming, and it would release Metaverse to be played again as well. So yeah. Horror. My philosophy here is that on most ban lists, they'll do like 1 or 2 more impactful unbans, and then the rest are kind of like expected, like, oh, whatever, this could have become back years ago, kind of unbans. Harp would be the first one of the more impactful ones. I think Orca's just been so power crept to this point. I don't care if they have Gearsu now, guys. Seriously, mess around with the deck, and I guarantee you that this deck honestly still has like some bricky, like really bricky tendencies. And just like overall like isn't as good as you think it is. But Harp definitely helps. It's a nice little 1-up for them. Helps them play through Interruption better. Helps them extend their plays a little more. It's nice, but it's not broken. And the other more impactful unban would be Denglong. I like Denglong a lot here just because, one, they just announced a reprint for 9 Pillars of the Yang Zing in Ghost from the Past 2. That could be a hint at something coming soon, like Denglong. And I think that'd be really cool. I think this card, he's been out in the OCG forever, and if you've seen their like Synchro Yang Zing lists, he's really cool. He searches 9 Pillars. He just gets you a ton of advantage, and I would love to play Zephyr Yang Zing. Love it. So, yeah, we'll see. Next up here, Yatagrasso. This can come off. We know this can come off. I don't care. Time Seal. This card sucks ass. This can come off. Trickstar Light Stage. Konami. This is another one like Orcus. This deck has been power crept so much. It's crazy. This deck does nothing. And if they ban Verte, what generic link are you making off of your 2 Trickstar monsters to even like abuse it? Like, what are we doing? Like, let him have Light Stage. I don't care that it's not a hard once per turn. Doesn't need to be. No one cares. It's fine. Like, it's fine. Absolutely fine. Metaverse. I'd love to see Metaverse go to 2 if Mystic Mine goes to 1. I think that there are just decks that, like, this card's really nice for. Stuff like Lair, Generator, right? That, like, help their actual engines because they have field spells that do stuff. You can't search off field spells if that search on activation with this card anyway. So it's not like it's broken in those decks. It's mainly stuff like Lair, Generator, maybe Zombies, getting you Zombie World quick on the opponent's turn. Like, it's a really cool card that like helps certain decks engines, but you know, we've banned it just because of Mystic Mine. And if Mystic Mine's at 1, like no one's worried about like a pure Mystic Mine list anyway. So please, 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 come on. Mirage Stalio. If this card went to 2, Salad players wouldn't play 2 anyway. Circle to 3. That's totally fine. Just having 1 Gazelle still makes them a little more fragile, but like, who cares? Like, this to 2 didn't change anything. This to 3 won't really change anything. They're a fun rogue deck, but they're nothing too crazy. Scapegoat to 3. We know this card is super, super slow. We've put it to 2. It did nothing. We'll put it to 3. It'll still probably do nothing. But I'd be curious to mess around with it in something like Subterror. Slow deck, but like if you can activate this will give you like a ton of push potential in the deck for sure. But maybe it's just better to play Interruption anyway. And the last card I think I have here going completely unbanned is A Hero Lives. If they don't ban Anaconda and they put like Fusion Destiny to 1, they can just put A Hero Lives to 3. It's fine. It's a good starter for them, but the difference between 2 and 3 is not that huge anyway. Leave Mally at 3 for me personally. I think that's like one of the only cards in Yu-Gi-Oh that actually makes sense to be left at 2 on the ban list. But yeah, Hero Lives, totally fine. Just spams out a hero. Usually 2 of them in the hand is not really doing anything extra for you. I think it's totally fine. So there you go. There's my ban list prediction list. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's anything missing. Let me know if you disagree with anything. Call me stupid. Call my stupid ban list prediction stupid. Feel free. I'll see you in the next video, though. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff from me. And I'm out of here. Peace.